Wait, people are disappearing in the national park and nobody can explain it? Does this have to do with aliens or something much deeper? Something that the Bible's already talked about?
She walks down into the trees, presumably to take pictures of the lake, but she doesn't come back.
The story is creepy.
I'm talking about one of the biggest searches in Yosemite history. And they find the lens cap to a camera inside that path in the tree line. They never find her.
What?
And that happened 46 years ago. I filed the Freedom of Information Act for that report and all the investigation into it, and I get denied. I appealed. I got denied.
What in the world? I'm telling you, like, the same thing with all these people hiking. They can't find anything besides just a small clue. I'm telling you, the Bible has something to say about them.
But, like, what do you think might be going on with these people?
So when I was in law enforcement, I worked on the SWAT team, and we had canines assigned to our team. Joe, I can't ever remember us looking for someone with a dog and the dog didn't find the person.
Right.
I have 1,200 to 1,500 cases where they bring a canine to find a missing person and the dog can't track, won't track, or turns around, comes down and sits down and is not interested in tracking. That's totally outside the behavior of a dog.
Isn't that what happened to that woman recently that went missing? That was a part of this whole group of scientists that were involved in propulsion research.
Riza?
Yeah. Same sort of situation, right? She was with her friend. They were hiking. They had just talked. The friend was ahead of her. And the friend turned around to ask her a question. She was gone.
Yeah, that is so suspicious. Unless she just dipped and didn't want to be found.
There's a guy named Carl in Wyoming. He's hunting in the Medicine Bow National Forest alone. He sees some elk 100 yards away, lines up with his rifle, boom. And he says, Dave, it's like everything went into slow motion. I see the bullet come out the gun about 3 or 4 feet, and it drops to the ground.
Huh?
He says, I walked over, and he goes, the elk didn't move, and I pick it up, the bullet. I put the bullet in my pocket, and then 2 alien-type entities walk up to me, and they engage him in mind speak. And what they do is they eventually take him on a craft, and they take the elk on the craft.
What?
And it's like the elk are frozen there in time. And they have him march behind a screen. And they said, we don't want you. You're going back, mind to mind. And he goes, what's going on? He goes, you're going back. He says, the next thing I remember is falling 10 to 15 feet, he's guessing. He hits his shoulder, probably displaces it, and he rolls down a hill. They're already searching for him because he's missing, his wife, the sheriff. And they take him back, and they take him to a hospital. And they're taking x-rays. And he had tuberculosis scars as a kid. Those are no longer there.
Whoa.
And he had other medical issues that are completely cured. The investigators came out, and the Wyoming Department of Law Enforcement looked at that bullet and did an exam on it. And they could not figure out what that bullet hit to make it deform in the manner that it did. I have pictures of it in the movie. It's very odd.
Oil field worker who had a famous alien encounter while hunting for elk in Medicine Bow National Forest in 1974. This is crazy. I don't see any pictures of bullets, but here's the thing. We do not battle against flesh and blood, but against the principalities and the rulers in the unseen realm. There's a lot of disturbing things happening in this world, and we need to keep on trusting in Jesus because people are going to hear counterfeit stories. People are going to start believing the lie and the deception that could possibly be coming.